Oscar-nominated singer Din Vern also had to vacate the home she had been living in for the past 30 years due to the raging wildfire in Los Angeles. This devastating event mirrors the tragic circumstances faced by several other celebrities and residents in the area. Indian actress Priyanka Chopra, who currently resides in Los Angeles, also had a close encounter with the fire but narrowly escaped. She shared a video of the harrowing experience, highlighting how close she was to danger. Similarly, actress Noura Fatehi found herself caught in the intense flames of the wildfire. The fire spread quickly, and Noura was forced to evacuate her house at the last moment. In an emotional statement, she shared that she had never experienced anything like this in her life, describing the situation as something beyond belief. Noura mentioned that she received just 5 minutes' notice to leave her home, and despite her best efforts, the house was consumed by the fire. She said the entire experience felt like a nightmare, a shocking reality that many couldn't have imagined. Prince Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, have also been affected by the widespread destruction caused by these wildfires in California. The fire has left them wondering whether they should continue living in America, as they face mounting challenges in the wake of the devastating fires. The couple's home was in danger, and they too are contemplating relocating due to the continuing threat. It raises questions about the pressures and challenges celebrities face even in their private lives, especially when their personal safety and the safety of their families are at risk. The destruction caused by this fire has affected not only regular residents but also numerous celebrities, with their homes being destroyed or severely damaged. The fire has affected some of the most prominent homes in Los Angeles. It's reported that the fire has spread over 10,000 acres of land, engulfing neighborhoods and celebrities' residences alike. The wildfires have left chaos in their wake, as firefighters struggle to keep the flames under control. With the spread of the fire, thousands of homes have been destroyed, and the damage has been catastrophic. Moreover, the fire has led to serious safety concerns for the residents of Los Angeles, including both celebrities and regular citizens. Reports have surfaced about looters taking advantage of the empty homes in the affected areas. In the wake of the fire's devastation, thieves have been breaking into homes, looting valuables, and adding to the calamity. The fires have not only ravaged homes but have caused widespread fear, panic, and even deaths. In total, 5 individuals have lost their lives in the fire, and thousands of homes have been reduced to rubble. The fire continues to spread uncontrollably, and local authorities are struggling to put it out. The fire in the Eaton area, in particular, has spread over 10,600 acres. Efforts to extinguish the flames are ongoing, but the resources available to tackle the fire are limited. Firefighters and local officials are overwhelmed, and they are facing a shortage of both firefighting resources and water supplies. As the situation worsens, an emergency has been declared in the region, and residents have been urged to evacuate. The tragedy is still unfolding, with the full extent of the damage yet to be determined. The fires have disrupted the lives of so many, including famous personalities like Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Priyanka Chopra, and Noura Fatehi, forcing them to reconsider their living situations as they navigate the terrifying and unpredictable consequences of this catastrophic event. The damage caused by the fire in Los Angeles County has been catastrophic, and authorities are still working to determine the exact cause of the blaze. The fire has wreaked havoc on both residential and commercial properties, leaving approximately 188,000 homes and businesses without electricity. The fire's extensive reach has forced significant disruptions across the city, and even Hollywood has felt the impact. The prestigious Critics' Choice Awards, which were scheduled to take place this weekend, had to be postponed. The ceremony will now take place on February 26, and the delay has affected not only the award event but also several television show productions and the premieres of upcoming films. This disruption has created a ripple effect in the entertainment industry, with major events and activities being rescheduled. In addition to the delays in entertainment events, there have been significant concerns over the origin of the fire. While authorities continue their investigations, there is ongoing speculation that the fire might have been deliberately set. A person was initially arrested under suspicion of starting the fire, but after further investigation, they were released. Law enforcement is continuing to examine whether the fire was intentionally ignited, and the case remains open. The uncertainty surrounding the cause of the fire has led to heightened concerns across the region, as residents fear for their safety and the safety of their homes. Firefighters have been tirelessly working to control the fire, but despite their efforts, it remains largely out of control. One of the main challenges faced by firefighting teams is the strong winds and rapidly changing weather conditions. These factors have contributed to the spread of the fire, and experts warn that the flames could reignite or spread further if the winds pick up. The combination of high winds, dry conditions, and the fire's ongoing spread has left emergency services struggling to keep up with the scale of the destruction. As the fire continues to burn, it has already consumed vast areas of land and destroyed thousands of properties. The impact of the fire has extended beyond just the immediate threat to homes and businesses. Thousands of residents have been forced to evacuate their properties, leaving behind homes that are now vulnerable to looting. Reports of burglars targeting abandoned homes in the wake of the fire have surfaced, adding to the tension and fear felt by those affected by the disaster. These criminals take advantage of the chaos caused by the fire, further complicating efforts to maintain law and order in the affected areas. As of now, the fire has consumed thousands of acres of land across different parts of Los Angeles, with no end in sight. The Los Angeles County Fire Chief has confirmed that the fire in the Eaton area has spread to more than 10,600 acres, and firefighters are still struggling to contain it. The situation is becoming increasingly dire, with limited resources and rising pressure on emergency responders. The dry conditions in the area, combined with the unpredictable winds, have made it even more difficult to stop the fire from spreading further. The region is facing one of the most challenging fire seasons in recent years, and experts fear that the worst is yet to come. The devastating wildfire in Los Angeles has brought the city to its knees, with the damage continuing to mount as the flames spread uncontrollably. In response to the emergency, a number of schools and universities in the affected areas have been closed, while evacuation orders have been issued to protect residents and workers. The situation has become dire, with firefighters facing a shortage of water which has exacerbated the problem. The lack of resources has prompted strong criticism from former President Trump, who has voiced his concerns about the government's handling of the crisis. While fire officials have confirmed the depletion of water supplies, they continue to battle the flames with what little they have, hoping for a breakthrough. As of now, the fire has claimed more than 10 lives, and the destruction of properties is widespread. Over 10,000 buildings, including homes, businesses, and religious institutions, have been completely reduced to ashes. The destruction is not limited to residential areas. Entire neighborhoods and commercial zones have been devastated, leaving nothing but smoldering ruins. These scenes of devastation are a stark reminder of the relentless power of nature and the terrifying consequences of a wildfire of this magnitude. In addition to the destruction within the city, the fire has also caused significant damage in surrounding regions. The Pacific Palisades area alone has seen approximately 53,500 buildings destroyed, adding to the city's already staggering losses. Outside of the city, the A1 highway area has been particularly hard hit, with an additional 5,000 buildings lost to the flames. This widespread damage is being hailed as one of the worst fires in Los Angeles history, with many experts calling it an unprecedented disaster that is testing the city's ability to cope with such a catastrophe. As the flames continue to spread across thousands of acres, it is becoming clear that this wildfire is not just a local emergency but a major national crisis. Firefighters, emergency responders, and local authorities are doing everything they can to control the blaze, but the situation remains precarious. The ongoing fire has already caused an estimated $150 billion in damages, a figure that is expected to rise as the full extent of the destruction becomes known. The fire serves as a grim reminder of the role that climate change is playing in the increasing frequency and intensity of wildfires around the world. Experts argue that the changing climate has contributed to the dryness of forests and the volatility of fire-prone areas, making wildfires more deadly and harder to contain. The current crisis in Los Angeles mirrors similar events throughout history, such as the infamous Great Fire of Meiji, which devastated much of what is now Tokyo. Historians consider the Great Fire of Meiji to be one of the most destructive fires in history, as it reduced vast parts of Tokyo to ash. This comparison underscores the scale of the current disaster and its potential long-term impact. As authorities work tirelessly to put out the flames, the residents of Los Angeles are left to cope with the aftermath of this catastrophic event. The emotional and financial toll on the people affected is unimaginable, with many families losing their homes, their possessions, and, in some tragic cases, their lives. The city's recovery will likely take years, and the scars left by this fire will serve as a reminder of the need to address the growing threat of wildfires in an era of climate change. Throughout history, wildfires have proven to be among the most catastrophic natural disasters, wreaking havoc on communities, cities, and entire ecosystems. One of the earliest and most significant historical wildfires occurred on September 13, 1922. This massive wildfire, referred to as the Great Fire, burned relentlessly for 9 days, causing widespread destruction and the tragic loss of life. Though the exact cause remains uncertain, historians believe that the fire resulted in the deaths of nearly 100,000 Greek and Armenian citizens. The impact of this wildfire was so severe that it became a significant event in both the history of natural disasters and the study of firefighting techniques. It remains a haunting reminder of the destructive potential of forest fires and their devastating consequences for both human lives and the environment. Another infamous fire in history, known as the Great Fire of Rome, occurred in 64 AD, on the night of July 18, in the Mushi district of the city. The fire spread quickly and uncontrollably, fueled by dry conditions and a lack of effective firefighting measures. Despite various theories and rumors surrounding the origins of the fire, including the infamous accusations that Emperor Nero may have had a hand in starting the flames, the destruction caused by the fire was undeniable. The Great Fire of Rome destroyed large parts of the city, causing the loss of priceless historical and cultural landmarks. It also resulted in the deaths of approximately 2,000 people, leaving behind a city in ruins. This fire, like many others throughout history, emphasized the vulnerabilities of urban areas to fire disasters and the need for effective fire prevention and management systems. In more recent history, the world witnessed one of the deadliest and most devastating bushfires on February 7, 2009, in Australia. The Black Saturday bushfires, as they came to be known, ignited in over 400 locations across the country. The ferocity of these fires left a path of destruction in their wake, with 173 people tragically losing their lives and over 400 more sustaining injuries. The fires also displaced more than 7,500 people, as their homes were consumed by the flames. The fires were so widespread and intense that they burned more than 1.1 million acres of land, making it the most devastating natural disaster in Australia's modern history. The Black Saturday fires caused extensive damage to homes, infrastructure, and the natural environment, and the long-term effects of the fire are still felt today. The disaster underscored the growing impact of climate change on wildfire severity and the need for advanced firefighting strategies, as well as the importance of community preparedness and resilience in the face of such catastrophic events. These historical examples of wildfires, whether ancient or modern, highlight the immense power of fire as a natural force. They also serve as stark reminders of the vulnerability of human communities to such disasters, especially in regions where fires can spread rapidly. As wildfires continue to grow in frequency and intensity due to changing climate patterns, the lessons learned from these past events remain crucial in informing fire management strategies and policies aimed at protecting lives, property, and the environment from the destructive power of fire.